So I didn't find out about this until maybe last year. But so when I went to college, which this was 2015, I believe, um I all right, let me go back farther than that. I spent most of my life with my dad being emotionally absent in my life. He would brush me aside and push me away because he didn't know how to deal with my emotions. And I spent all of my life up to 2015 with my dad being emotionally absent from my life. The way I usually describe it is how a child usually feels when their parent goes off to the military and is at the military while they're at home with their other parent living life. My dad would just pay the bills and yell at us. Now, to be fair, he thought that yelling would solve the problem, but that's also based on what he grew up with too. I am not saying that I hold this against my father. I'm not saying I hold it against his parents. And in 2015, if I remember correctly, that being the year, I remember being outside in the dark, getting ready to pack up to go to college. And I literally said to God in the night, I know that I've never had a relationship with my father, and I never expect to have one, and that's okay. I don't need to have a relationship with my father, and I literally gave up on ever having a relationship with him. Like, I was done. I wasn't regretful. I wasn't angry. I just was like, I'm done trying. Like, I'm over this. But in a very positive and calm way. And I'm like, I'm just going to move on. And I don't ever expect one. And then after I went to college, my dad started taking interest. My dad started, wanting to be in my life, and he would claim that he missed having me around and he wanted to spend time with me. And he kept coming to visit me, and he kept bringing me home for the weekend so that I could spend time with family at home over the weekend and stuff like that when I was there. And I, for years, chalked it up to God had turned a switch on in his brain and, nudged him in the way to push him to make the difference and be like, hey, you're going to lose your daughter if you don't make these changes and you work on yourself and, try to have a relationship with her. And after that, I haven't had, perfect relationship with my father, obviously, because you can't have a perfect relationship. But I have a relationship with my father that I never thought I would have. And it means so much to me to have a relationship with my father because I never thought I would have it. And I love my father so much. And then last year, I was talking to my mother about it, and I found out that she was the one who went to my father and she told him, if you don't do something, you are going to lose your daughter. That God used my mother to get my father's attention. And I didn't know it until last year. And I am so grateful. And that is one thing that my mother did that was instrumental in my life that I will never forget and I will be forever grateful for.